Well, coming up for you, this is an interesting one. A man who claims he can assess people's personalities just by looking at their face. Now, this guy is not a crank. He's a respected lawyer. He's used by several big American companies to screen job applicants. So grab your mirror, find out what your face says about you straight after the break. Eyes on them. Fulfer started reading faces when he was a lawyer. He used it to select juries. Now, though, he's written a book about it, and he's in the country to promote his technique. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
So how do you do it? I noticed you've been staring at me. You're making me feel rather uncomfortable.
All of us are face readers, every single one of us. You look at somebody and you get an initial impression, but we tend to ignore that and fall back trying to put people into some kind of category. But every single part of your face reflects something about your personality and character. And you're a survivor. You've got survivor lines. You have the capacity that no matter what life throws at you, you go, I've already handled worse than that. Those Bambi eyelids, you have an incredible capacity for getting people to talk to you.
How do you do this?
Every single thing on your face means something. Now, like I said, we're physical, mental, emotional, and even spiritual beings, but it's so totally intertwined and interconnected that you can't separate it out.
I know that you told me that you want to look at faces in total, but there's just a couple of pairs of lips I want you to look at and tell me if you can tell me anything about them. So what do you make of those? Can you see those up there?
Those lips.
Those lips.
Lips. It's a little far away, but what I see about those, the way that person listens to people is they don't make it better than the person said or worse than they said. They're a good reflective listener. They're capable of giving good, direct, honest feedback. What also shows up on that person's lips is, surprisingly, that's a person who actually needs connection. They need physical contact, touch, and connection. If they don't have it in a relationship, they need to get them a cat or
She's got a very nice husband. That's our Prime Minister, Jenny Shipley. There's another pair of lips there. There she is.
She's got a wonderful face.
All right, now those lips. I can tell you they're mischievous lips.
Now, the interesting thing about those lips is the person is very guarded. They don't emotionally open up to every person walking down the street. They play their emotional cards very close to the chest. They're wonderful about talking about the external environment, what's going on in the external environment. And an interesting thing that I can see, not from just the lips, but the line at the side, that's a gift of gab line. That's a person who could talk the paint off the wall if they wanted to once they get started.
That is Paul Holmes. This is his show.
Yeah.
So what do you do with it? I mean, how's it used? It's used for employing people, not employing people?
It changes the way you look at people. You stop judging people, and you start to see people from a more compassionate viewpoint. I teach it to psychologists and psychotherapists to help them in their work. I teach it to large corporations for hiring people. I teach it for team building. I teach it to attorneys for jury selection and for mediation. But in any walk of life where you have interaction with another person, the capacity to step out of your shoes and compassionately stand in their position changes the way you see them. It's almost impossible to hate somebody if you really understand them.
Well, you've exposed me on national television. It's been a pleasure.
Nice meeting you. Thank you very much.
Enjoy your stay.
Yeah.